Spotlight over the city, and guess what? We got us another +1 in the building. Hey, cutie.
Yes, we do.
You excited about it? So
I am.
This young man has had a way crazy journey, man. This is a gut-wrenching story, so we can't wait to let him get into his story a little bit. He has really been through a lot, right? This young man has been through some wrongful convictions and some, like double time, right? Some whole bunch of stuff. So
We're going to talk about it.
yeah, wife, you want to introduce?
Yes, I do. I want you all to keep your your ears open to listen to this man's story.
Open.
Heart open. Justice for Edward. We're going to get into it right now. You all welcome to our Spotlight family, our newest Spotlight family member,
Amen.
Eddie Walker.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thanks,
Thank you.
man. Thanks for
Thank
being
you.
a part of Spotlight, man. We
Welcome.
appreciate
Thank you all for having me.
Thank you for being a part of our show.
Thank you so much.
So
Thank you.
I was watching one of your interviews earlier today, and I was just like shaking my head, like, wow, how much can a brother take, right? So we'll start from the beginning. It was what, 91?
91.
1991.
I'm
Take
sorry,
us back.
2001.
2001, I'm sorry. So take us back a little bit. Tell them who you are, and let's get a little bit into your story so we won't take up too much time. So where did it all begin?
So again, and it started in 2001. I was charged illegally with and given an 18-month conviction
18 months,
that was originally supposed to be just a 6-month.
6 months. So what was the
Probation
charge?
charge.
Let's
The
go
charge
back. So
was-
what was the original charge?
So at the time, in the city, you couldn't carry a pistol.
Without
I
a
had
license,
gun.
yeah, at all.
The maximum time was only 6 months. Carrying a pistol without a license was a charge. Now, I got introduced to the legal system because I went to the aid of a young woman who was screaming for her life.
Okay.
Fast forward, I wasn't supposed to have a pistol in the city, although it was a legally purchased handgun. I got charged,
Okay.
even though I was helping somebody.
Wow.
Fast forward
With a legal handgun.
with a legal handgun.
So you had a legal handgun and you were helping a young lady who needed
Assistance.
protection.
100%.
Okay.
So because I would not cooperate with the government, my punishment, they gave me that wrongful conviction.
So let's back up a little bit because you said I would not cooperate with the government.
Right.
So how does that look? What was the government proposing? Like, what was they asking you to do as far as cooperation?
So I had a family member who was in trouble with the law.
Okay.
And in order to make their case stronger, they figured that they could press me together and make me cooperate in
Okay.
order to help them convict my family member.
And you wouldn't do it.
And you didn't vote.
I chose to stand on some moral and principle and say no.
Okay. So fast forward. So once this happens, you was facing what? You said
6 months.
6 months. So that was supposed to be your original conviction, 6
Correct.
months.
Right.
And that turned to what?
18 months.
18 months. So
Okay.
how did the 18 months tie to that same conviction, or was this new charges?
So they ended up charging me with what's called Bail Reform Act.
Okay.
So the Bail Reform Act only carried 1 year, a 12-month sentence, right? They charged me with the statutory time and the jail time together. The statutory time was only 18 months.
Okay.
Was 12 months incarceration and 6 months probation. They put it all together. Statutory mean one plus the other. They gave me the whole sentence,
Which was
18 months.
total. So how much time did you have to actually do on the 18 months?
They kept me for 18 months,
Wow.
The whole 18 months.
the whole 18 months.
Really?
I served it. No, I didn't know.
Okay.
I had no idea that it was wrong. I figured, okay, they got me. It's the law. They can't be doing nothing illegal. I fast forward. In 2006, I had a car dealership here on St. Barnabas Road locally. Y'all might
Okay.
have
Speak
heard.
up a little bit for me in the mic so they can hear you. Make
Y'all might have heard of the car
There we
dealership
go.
on St. Barnabas Road called Auto Source.
sure. Okay, so that was you.
That was me. And they raided the dealership. And they raided my home. They then charged me. I wasn't even at either place, the dealership or my home. They charged me as a felon in constructive possession of a firearm.
No, wait. Now, so you're not home.
Not home.
You're not in the business.
I'm not at the business.
They raid the home and the business.
and the business.
Found a handgun.
Find a handgun. Legally registered handgun.
Another legally registered handgun.
Correct.
And they charge you once again with possession of a handgun.
And charged me, the federal government now, this isn't D.C., charged me as a felon in constructive possession of a firearm.
Felony charge.
Correct.
Okay, so now what we facing?
So now we facing a total of 60 months if I take it to trial.
Now wait, let me get this together because my math, wow. So 60
5
months. Okay. 5 years.
Right.
Okay. So, woo.
That's if I take it to trial.
Okay.
They gave me an offer. 1 year and a day if I just settle. Wasn't
Now settle meaning?
meaning I take the plea. Wasn't no mathematician. Hey, if I could do a year and a day instead of doing 60 months, I'm going to take the year and a day. So I did it. It was okay. I figured they did the right. They had me. That ain't the problem. Now, the original sentence from the District of Columbia gets violated by the federal sentence.
So the federal sentence overrode the state charges.
Well, I'm finished with the D.C. charge. I already served the
So
time.
okay, so that was 18
Did
months.
the 18
Correct.
months.
Okay, so you did 18 months.
Correct.
And then so where was the violation coming in?
Because the new charge from the feds violates the probation of the district's charge.
Of the district charge.
Right. The illegal district's charge. Right.
So now they bringing up the back charges from the probation
Exactly.
violation
Right.
on top of the new charge.
On top of the new charge. So after I served the year and a day, I'm happy-go-lucky. Lo and behold, here come the feds with a warrant.
So you have served now wait. So you went on and now you went and gave him the year and a day.
Gave me the year and a
That's
day.
off the plea.
Yes.
Okay, so now you done did the year and a day.
Yes.
And so now what they do now what?
I'm happy-go-lucky, living my life. The feds knock on the door and say, we got a warrant for your arrest. The District of Columbia now has violated me because of the new charge.
Wow.
So
So now you're facing Fed charges again.
I'm already done with the feds, so they finished. But DC now takes me back and gives me the violation time,
Which is
3 years.
man. So every time you was getting ready to be in the clear, something
come.
would pop up and
Here they
snatch
come.
you back into the system.
Correct.
So now you're on 3 years.
I serve it.
The whole 3.
100%.
Day for day.
Day for day.
Oh, so they
No
don't like
breaking the time, no nothing.
So somebody's not feeling you over there.
And up to this
100%.
point, you still haven't done anything.
I haven't broke the law once yet.
So
That's the
now you've totally given them what, about 7 years?
Now it's 6 and some change.
6 and some change. I'm counting. All right. So now fast forward.
Fast forward.
What happens
The
after
3
that?
years, day for day.
Day for day.
You come home. You've given them all their time.
Gave it all to them.
All right. So now we clear.
We clear, I think.
Okay. So we home free.
Home free, so I think.
So we soaring.
I think.
Okay. So now what happened?
So as I'm
gotta
going
brace
over
myself.
right, going over my life again. So now the federal probation can't believe that DC has violated me. So they say, sir, you have violated under some form of criminal conduct. There's no way that they could have violated you because your probation was expired. So as I'm trying to make right with the probation officer, mind you now, this all supposed to happen as you go for what's called a show cause hearing. They have to show a reason why they locking you up and on and on. All my sentences took place without the show cause hearing. Fast forward, man, they locked me up again. They locked me up again, and this time now the feds say we are going to violate you because you had to have conducted yourself in a criminal aspect, and that's why DC has violated you. Because they couldn't have just violated you with expired probation. They locked me up.
So now what we facing? So now this is your 4th conviction.
My 4th conviction, they give me
And-
18 months.
Another 18.
Yes.
And
It was
so-
it was
Good.
during this time though. Now I'm angry. So now I start going to the law library.
Okay.
All right. I find out that not only is the one that I'm serving, the sentences that I'm serving illegal, but the original sentence was illegal. I started writing and I wrote. And lo and behold, they acknowledged it. DC government says that, yeah, that sentence was illegal.
How long did it take before, because I know it didn't happen immediately, how long did it take of writing and writing and writing before they finally decided to make that decision?
Of that 18 months, I served about 7 months.
7 months in.
And they gave me an immediate release in 2013.
So now it's 2013. So out of the time that they gave you, you served 7.
7 months of that 18-month sentence.
Were you on probation once they released you?
They still put me on probation for
Still
5
put you- so you
years.
still- are you serious?
Yeah.
That's why I asked, because I know how they rock. So
Yeah.
they gave you the 5 years on
Yeah.
top. So you owe them 5 on the back.
I did.
So now
no,
you-
well, technically I owed them nothing, but they gave me that sentence anyway.
So now it's 2013. You coming home, but you're not all the way clean slate because now you got 5 on the red. If you do anything
Anything.
to the left.
Correct.
So now it's 2013. So now we clear?
We clear, so I think. So I served. I'm moving and grooving. Lo and behold, 2019 comes. A warrant that existed from back when I told you they locked me up with the illegal probation. A warrant from 2010 was in the system.
State or federal one?
No, state warrant, I'm sorry.
State one.
And Charles County government takes me into custody and make me take a plea to a fine from 2010. I ain't argue. I said, all right, no problem. I'm going to take the fine. I don't have to go to jail. So I think.
Okay.
I'm moving and grooving, and it's all right. I'm making the payments for the fine. I get hurt. While in custody in 2010, they have an accident during transport and bust me up pretty good. Fast forward, I have surgery twice upon my release. I'm thinking it's just wear and tear on my body. I don't know that it's because of the accident that I'm hurt. 2017, I had surgery. As I'm going through rehab in 2019, I miss a court date. Charles County government issues a warrant. They take me back. They sentence me to 15 years for the failure to pay that
So
fine.
wait. So let's back up for a second, because you only had 5.
We passed them. That was DC.
Okay, so that's all gone.
The warrant from 2010 was
Gave
from
you-
the Charles County government.
15.
I took a plea. I took a plea in court. Okay?
Okay.
In 2019, all right, they sentenced me to 15 years, all suspended but 10.
So you had to give them 5.
That's what the governing number is because it's a nonviolent crime. It was
Right.
just a fine. Fast forward, Howard County, for the same fine, issues a consecutive 7 years.
So
What?
wait.
So,
So
all
that's
of
not
this
considered double jeopardy? Like you can charge me in this county
100%.
and then you can charge me in another county?
100%.
Same charge.
No, same fine.
Same fine.
Right.
So this for a fine.
It's not the same
Unpaid
fine
fine.
as in same crime, but fine in Charles County, a fine in Howard County.
Okay, different fines,
But fines.
but fines.
No crime, no nothing. I owe a fine
In 2 counties.
in 2 counties.
And so they put you, so now you looking at how many years?
22. Not looking at, they gave me.
Tw-
15 years in Charles County, a consecutive 7 years in Howard County.
Wow.
Right.
After all of that.
After
and you
all
still,
that.
So you clear for a second from 213 to 19.
Right.
And then here comes hell again.
Here it comes.
And so now you facing 20 plus.
22 years. Not facing it. They sentenced me to it.
So
They
you got this.
sentenced-
So
They
they've
sentenced
given
me.
you
They
this.
gave
time.
me that. Then when they came and served that warrant, right, in 2019, they came in my home. My spouse at the time was a registered gun owner. They charged me with a felon in constructive possession of her firearm.
Of her firearm.
Her firearm.
They don't like you.
And
They
gave
trying
me,
to squeeze him. They want
and
him
they
to.
gave me 36 months to run concurrent, though, with the Charles County time. They did.
So
They
now
did.
what we doing? So now this is,
So now I'm busted. So now I'm in there, and
so you in Charles County.
no, well, I'm in Jessup now.
Jessup, you're in Jessup.
They shipped me to Jessup, and that's where I'm serving the time. And I got to be honest, man, it was rough. Not rough as in during the time, because we all men. Rough as in, man, permission to be frank.
Yeah, real frank.
How the hell I'm gonna do this number? You know, that's a hard thing for my family to swallow.
Yeah,
You know what I
kids.
mean? My children, everybody. 22 years. On top of having gone to jail all them other times. You know, now my family is looking like.
22, yeah. They've been
Now
already riding and
they've been
riding and riding.
To the point, one of my family members said, man, listen, every time you go to jail, you take us with you. And I can't do it no more.
That's a fact, though.
Crush me. My graduations and proms and just little people growing up, I missed that thing.
Right.
Now, as I think about it, I realize that, damn, man, all that time was illegal. Don't get me wrong, I ain't no advocate against saying, what's that thing, defund the police and all. I ain't with that. If you break the law, you...
It is what it is, yeah.
But to make somebody go to jail for nothing, now we got a whole different ball game going on.
So wait, not just nothing, a few times. So now, fast forward though, because let's get to this, because you're talking now 20 plus.
22 years.
Right. So now how does that look? How does that pan out for you?
So after getting myself together, the Lord told me one night, listen, champ, you're going to either do this number or you're going to fight. And just like I'm talking to y'all, God said it to me while I'm sitting in the cell. Get up, nigga, and fight.
And fight.
You got to fight.
So I started writing letters. My attorneys, everybody, y'all, told me, man, listen, all I can do is help you prepare for parole. There's nothing I can do to help you prepare for parole. And it pissed me off even more.
So when would you do parole?
I wasn't due for parole until 2024.
And where are we? 2023 now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I started writing, and then the first one happened. Man, you going up for resentencing. Out of the blue. By the same lawyer who told me all I can do is help you prepare for parole. He made a call and said, man, listen, I don't know how, but your letter got through, and you going up for resentencing.
It's all right. That's everybody.
Yeah.
And so, based on what you was facing, brother, just understand something, man. That's a lot for any man, just to go. I don't know. I mean, I've been fortunate not to be in prison, but I've been arrested a bunch of times. And just to go a day or two out of the street and whatever it is, but when you go consistently and then you see what God does, right? You see him show up for you. And so at the end of it all, how did that pan out again? Because I didn't want to interrupt, but I see your pain and I see that.
Yeah, thank you.
Also, I see that you're excited to be. I mean, I know it's a lot. I can't say that I can relate because I can't, but I know it's a lot.
Yeah.
So now, you wrote the letters.
I did. And
Somebody heard you cry.
God showed up.
And God showed up.
Just like y'all. Somebody got my letters and started an investigation on their own. And when they started investigating, they found out that, wait a minute, this dude telling the truth. The D.C. sentence was wrong. The federal sentence was wrong.
They was totally wrong. And they took away a lot of your freedom. They took away the things that you could do with your children and your family and your spouse. And you had a legit business and homes and all these things. And so now you're in prison fighting and get out and have to fight and fight. And so I get it. And so, but look at God.
Look at God.
Yeah, man. Look at God. So anyway,
Wow.
fast forward.
We
God
gotta
is
wrap it
good.
up.
We got to wrap. But I just want to say this, man. God is amazing. He kept you.
He did.
You're solid, man. You stood on it. You're home. You're free.
Amen.
And now you got a fresh start.
Amen.
We still
And
got to
so-
fight for justice, though.
And so we're going to fight for justice and make sure that happens. So we'll come back and have you come back and we'll talk about the justice that you'll get because I'm pretty sure you'll be you have a civil suit.
I do.
I'm sure of it. And so this will bring you justice. Hopefully, it won't give back the years. You can't get back your family, but it will give you a ground to stand on.
Amen.
And so stay out of their way.
Yeah.
They're not your friend. Make sure that you stay far out the way, man, and keep your nose clean and do what you got to do for your family and stay free and stay home because that's the best thing they can have is you at home as a gift. So do that. Stay God-based because I see who got you.
Amen.
And I'm thankful for you sharing your story. I want
Yeah.
to say, hopefully you help somebody out there that might be behind bars trying to quit, trying to give up. Hey, man, don't give up.
Don't
ever
give
quit.
up.
You never know. Your sentence could be overturned. You never know what could happen. Sometimes God steps in on your behalf. If you pray hard enough, think hard enough, just keep on going, separate yourself, stay to yourself, get yourself together. God is amazing. You never know. I promise you, don't quit on you because he won't quit on you.
Don't
Yeah.
And so this man here is living proof that if you don't quit on you, then God won't quit on you. Because who got you out of prison, Holmes?
In the name of Jesus, he did.
I'm just trying to tell you what's going on.
So
y'all give it up
you
one more
do
time.
have a GoFundMe, right?
So let's get to that. Let's talk about the GoFundMe because
You have a
we all
GoFundMe
need
to
help.
help
And this
fight.
young man needs some help to fight this situation. So what we need?
It's a Justice for Edward N. Walker Sr. It's that GoFundMe.
Justice
One more
for
time.
Edward N. Walker
Justice
Sr.
for Edward N. Walker
GoFundMe.
Sr. at GoFundMe.
Justice for Edward N. Walker Sr. at GoFundMe. Make sure you guys help out this brother. Follow his walk. Where can they follow you, brother?
Justice for Edward N. Walker Sr.
Yep.
At YouTube, at Gmail. That's me.
Yeah, stay locked in, man. We all need support, and then when you're coming from this type of situation, man, anything you can do can be a help. So
That's right.
Just make sure you try to stay locked in with this brother. We appreciate you.
You're
so
part of
much.
our
So
Spotlight family
Now you
now.
locked in.
You
You
stuck with
Spotlight
us.
family, man. Y'all give it up one more time for my guy.
Eddie Walker, yo!
Yes, indeed.
Woo! Strong, man. Yes.
Very strong. Very
Yes,
strong.
thank
man.
you, God.
Next up,
Next up.
guess what? We got our closer in the building. And man, we're excited to have her in the building. She's gonna tear it up.
Can,
So
can I just say real quick
what you got? What you got? What you
that I birthed her,
got? Okay, babe. We know.
okay?
It's
I
your daughter.
birthed
It's
her.
your daughter.
And she's
So,
gonna sing,
One
yo!
more time. Y'all give it up for Tierra J in the building. One more time.
Let's
right after this
go,
commercial
y'all.
break, she gonna grace the stage. Y'all
Yes.
stay tuned. Spotlight over the city.